Recording. All right, we'll start with a moment of silence for, like, if you ask a lot of LSU fans, just a martyr and the patron saint of the Bayou Bagman, Will Wade, and the Will Wadeless LSU Tigers going into the tournament as a 6 seed, playing Iowa State. We're here with Adam Spencer. Adam, we've been breaking down all the SEC teams that are in the tournament and how far they can get and what that looks like. I have a feeling this one might be a little bit shorter, but what are your thoughts on LSU as they head into the tournament?
To Will Wade.
It's a strong-ass class.
It's a strong-ass class. You're right. I think that I think LSU is being a little bit undervalued here, honestly. Mm-hmm. The defense plays. Tari Eason is a elite. He was an all-SEC guy for a reason. He was the sixth man of the year for a reason. And the reason was that he came off the bench, and he shouldn't have come off the bench. But, he's an elite player. So they still have him. He didn't get fired, as far as I know. I just really like the way that this team plays defense. And I think that they're a good matchup for Iowa State. Iowa State's going to struggle against that defense. This is an Iowa State team that scored 36 points
in a whole ass game.
I'm
glad you brought that up.
Points. And that wasn't like they scored 41 points twice. So it's not like that was a fluke.
Right.
That's what, like, this is a team that when you get an elite defense playing its best game, doesn't score the basketball. And nobody that I've gone back through hundreds of years of college basketball data, and nobody's ever won a basketball game with 0 points. So
that's true. Also, hundreds of years, by the way. Those were some tough games early on. Yeah, it was not great to watch.
There were some like 2-1 games in there and stuff. But no, I think that LSU got a favorable draw here. Is the point. Like, the Cyclones are a bad offensive team at times, and LSU is a great defensive team consistently. So I think that they're being a little bit undervalued. Now, a potential round 2 against Wisconsin worries me a little bit, just because Tari Eason and Johnny Davis are going to have to duel a little bit, and I worry about Brad Davidson getting Tari Eason into foul trouble, because Tari Eason has shown that he does that sometimes. He gets some cheap fouls and gets frustrated, picks up some fouls that probably he shouldn't, and there's nobody better than Brad Davison to really get under your skin. I mean, I've never met the guy. He annoys me. So,
Well, I'm watching the Bryant game right now, and this dude Peter Kiss. Yeah. He is. I don't know if I've hated a person that pale on my TV since that dickhead British general from the Patriot. It's just those two. They're in a league of their own. It's awful. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very hateable player. He's the Grayson Allen of this generation. I think that Wisconsin's a really good team. So, I mean, in my personal bracket, I have LSU losing to Wisconsin. I think that they get the job done in the first game, but lose to Wisconsin in the second round. But they're certainly good enough. Like, don't sell the Tigers short just because they don't have Will Wade. Like, honestly, they're kind of used to playing without Will Wade.
Yeah,
they had he's been suspended before and nothing happened. So
I'm going to say this. I'll piggyback off that. I love the fact that you said this, because everyone knows, SDS, we cover the SEC. I'm an SEC homer. Baton Rouge is, outside of Athens, my favorite college town in the country. It's just, because any place you can gamble and drink to that excess and it's accepted, that's me. That's where I want to be all the time.
Amen.
Do I like Will Wade? Not really. But do I you feel for a group of kids that have played an entire season and now kind of get screwed over going into the biggest tournament and the biggest moment of the season? I'm going to tell you the lock of the week right now. Hammer the under and hammer LSU money line, because Vegas has them as a 4.5-point favorite. And Vegas, it's like my dad always said, it's like the one thing he got right. They didn't build these billion-dollar hotels and casinos out in the middle of the desert from nothing. And Vegas knows something that we don't. And this is also an Iowa State team that has 22 wins, but not in the Big 12 conference of the past. You know what I mean? It's not as impressive of a 22 win season, I think. So Anyway,
Well,
lock of the
also,
week.
but also, Iowa State was the story. Like they were a great story during non-conference play. I mean, they beat up on an elite Missouri Tigers team, just a real good Missouri Tigers team. But they went undefeated, I believe, in non-conference play. And TJ Olsenberger, like he's a good coach. He's a good coach. But this
Right.
was they were ahead of schedule this year, and they finished towards the bottom of a 10-team Big 12, but like 8 of those teams, I believe, got into the tournament. So
right, that's fair.
Like that was a loaded.
You bring up the fact that in any 3 game, I know it wasn't a 3-game stretch, it wasn't 3 games in a row, but for Division I men's basketball, after 1938, scoring 36, 41, and 41 that is mind blowing. So I'm with you on that. But all right, we have 2 more previews to get to, and I love that you like. I feel like every single person has Iowa State in the country besides us 2, which is probably not great. It probably says a lot, but yeah, go Tigers, and we'll see you guys. I don't know what to fucking say. I'm gonna cut this part.